fucking this with them again. This new tricks, you can fold it in. I know they be hanging, I still pose. They we on they block like we pose. Been with me on my road to real.
It's the WNBA on 2K Sports. Welcome in, everybody. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Phoenix Mercury going up against the Connecticut Sun. Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. And the start of a new WNBA season is something we all look forward to, guys.
Yeah, even though we're in the beginning stages of this new season, I really like what I'm seeing so far from some of these teams.
Yeah, the interesting thing is, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It'll be interesting to see if the teams that have gotten off to hot starts, can they maintain that?
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block right there.
Early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Here's Thomas. Pass to Copper. From 11 feet away, and misses it off the right side of the rim. Now here's Mabry. Guarded closely. And here's Burton. Now here's Charles. She's covered by Thomas. 5 on the clock. Pass to Mabry. Shoots over Whitcomb. Mabry misses.
She kind of short-armed that shot after doing a nice job of getting open.
And Brian, what do you think it is about Kahleah Copper that makes her such a top-tier offensive weapon?
Most would say her pure skills, but you can't overlook her effort level. When Copper's on the floor, she's giving you everything she has, and then some.
And here's Connecticut. Here's Nelson Adota. Over Brown. A shot by Nelson Adota, no good.
3 misses to open the game. Their offense is trying to get it going.
Pass to Thomas. The rebound by Charles.
Those chances, usually they're 2 points for her. The D, I guess, did just enough to bother her.
Outside Mabry. To the middle. Here's Nelson Adota. Makes it off the glass.
Took them a while to get going. They finally connect on their 4th shot of the game.
Here's Uzan. Thomas a screen. The kick out to Copper. From outside, off the mark. That's tipped. Here's Uzan. That's in there. Alyssa Thomas with the assist.
A nice fast break from start to finish.
And what a finish it was, guys. Just so pretty.
The pass, the dunk, everything.
It's Burton. And here in the first, 3 minutes in. Charles in the post. Thomas on her.
You see defenders afraid to get in her way a lot of times when she's on her way to the bucket, but not that time.
And down it goes. 2 points.
Fantastic touch from Copper there. You can see how locked in she is scoring inside.
Well, the last title for the Mercury came back in 2014, and that team was historically good.
Maybe the best team in league history. 29-5 record in the regular season, 8-1 in the playoffs, and they had a stacked roster. Brittany Griner, Diana Taurasi, Dewana Bonner, they helped lead Phoenix to their 2nd title.
Extremely confident at the arc. Mabry knows she has the skill to knock these shots down.
Copper outside. Pass to Uzan. Whitcomb. Kahleah Copper from outside. And that's collected by Tina Charles.
You know, it's not been the best quarter for her as far as scoring. We'll see if she can get back on track.
It's Burton. She's covered by Copper. 6 to shoot. Now here's Mabry. Defense right on her. That one drops for her.
Got to do more than that to stop Mabry. She knows how to absorb contact.
Timeout called the Mercury. The Mercury trail. Now Thomas looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Osborne. And here's Billings. And again, Phoenix no good. Allen with it. Out of bounds, Sun ball as Connecticut keeps possession.
Into the line for Phoenix, number 4, Natasha.
Got it off in time. That one misses. Would have counted had it gone. That's the end of the first quarter and not much scoring. It remains close. Sun ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And it's been a tight one here as the second quarter getting going. And guys, what's your take on the Sun so far?
I love the effort on the glass right out of the gate from them.
And it takes effort from all 5 players to get a rebounding advantage like this.
And it's the Mercury with the ball. They trail by 1. And for the Connecticut Sun, their first year in the W was in 1999. They're still searching for that first title.
Connecticut has been so close, falling in the finals 4 times. A couple of those losses in heartbreaking fashion. Sun fans are very hungry for that banner.
Now here's DeShields. No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change.
Oh, man, that's one she'd like to have over.
And here's Billings. Pass to Mack. The second chance effort. And Dorfall with the rebound.
Yeah, she tried to fight her way through traffic and just couldn't do it.
Now here's DeShields. Defense is right there. And again, Connecticut no good. Phoenix leading. Here's Billings. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. right side, Sabali. Here's Mack.
Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
At the line for Mercury, Natasha Mack. 2 shots.
First one falls for her. And 2023 was a frustrating season for the Mercury, a 9-31 record.
The second worst record in team history as they missed the playoffs for the first time in 10 years. They were dead last in defensive rating. So if you want to talk about a big improvement, it's got to start there.
And so she's able to get 1 of 2. And back in 2023, the Sun traded away former MVP Jonquel Jones.
Yeah, sending her to New York in a blockbuster deal. Despite losing one of the best players in the league, Connecticut went 27-13 last year, got to the WNBA semifinals, and that tells you how good this organization is.
Now here's Thomas. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Billings, defended by Sheldon. 4 on the shot clock. Pass to Uzan. There's the triple. Hits the three-point bomb.
Talk about falling asleep on defense. I don't know how you can give a shooter like her that much space from beyond the arc.
Timeout called the Sun. Teams deciding to change it up. Quarter 2, and we're about 2 minutes in. Outside to Shields. Pass to Charles. From downtown, that's in, and she found her range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
When Charles is hitting threes, she's basically unguardable, and it gives her team some unique spacing.
Here's Uzan. 5 points in the game. And here's Billings. Thomas down low. Good.
The special skill set Thomas wields makes her so tough to defend, and you know, making plays is nothing new to her.
And 2023 featured the closest MVP vote ever, with Alyssa Thomas finishing second.
Yeah, it was interesting. And Thomas actually got the most first place votes, but finished just behind Brianna Stewart, just ahead of Asia Wilson. Thomas averaging 16, 10, and 8. All defense, too. About as good of an all-around year as we've seen.
Here's Billings. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. Pass to Thomas. From deep. The Sun pull it in. Now here's Allen. And just over 3.5 minutes played in the second quarter. And the Mercury making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
Pass to Burton. Shot clock at 6. Mabry.
Olivia Nelson over. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Uzan. She's got 5. Brown. Now Sabali. Here's Uzan. Outside Whitcomb. Sabali. Guarded by Charles. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Whitcomb. That 3 off the mark. The Sun trailing. Pass to Mabry. Over Copper. Misses her second shot in 4 attempts from the field. On the wing, Sammy Whitcomb. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now Burton. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Pretty shot with about a second to spare.
Yeah, and as the defending team, you can't stand giving up a shot like that to close out the quarter.
It's almost like you lose the possession.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Mercury. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drumline. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participant.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Phoenix leading. On the wing, Sammy Whitcomb. Fires it. Rebound, Tina Charles.
You know, she might be a little overconfident if she's taking shots like that.
I don't care how many shots she's hitting. She's never hitting that one.
And here the Mercury. Here's Uzan. 5 points in the game. Pass to Whitcomb. Copper over Mabry. Copper no good.
A real defensive lapse there. She's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. They're lucky she didn't punish her there.
It's Burton. For the lead. Gets it to go from downtown.
Well, people think of Mabry as a shooter, and she is a great one. But Marina also is more than a capable playmaker.
Copper with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Burton with the rebound.
Not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. From deep. No good on that shot. The Mercury trail. Here's Uzan. Pass to Copper. To the paint. Brown. Good. Coming off the assist by Kalia Copper.
With that make, maybe the lid on this basket will be lifted for them. And trust me, they need it.
Timeout called to Sun.
Well, they want to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and now's the time to do it.
Yeah, there was clearly some things going on out there that the coaching staff just wasn't a fan of.
Connecticut has possession. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Pass to Burton. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. Brown grabs the board. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Thomas with the ball. Inside. Uzan misses. And Connecticut has possession. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds. Sun ball as Connecticut keeps possession.
Late second-round pick in 2019, Marina Mabry sure has carved out a nice role for herself over time.
Well, she never gave up on herself despite slipping far in the draft. She continued to work on her game and has proven how multi-talented a player she is. Her story is definitely inspirational.
Now here's Allen. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. It's rebounded by Phoenix. On the wing, Kalia Copper. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Lets it fly. And the basket by Mabry. And it's the Mercury with the ball. Trailing by 2. And the Mercury call time here.
You could tell their players were dragging a bit and called timeout to let them catch their breath.
in the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Who's on? She's covered by Allen. For the lead. And again, Phoenix no good.
Well, if this ball game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
They've had a strong game on that front, without question.
Off target from three-point range. Here's Billings. Pass to Copper. Here's Billings. Who's on? For three. And that's collected by Diamond to Shields. The Sun with the lead. Outside Mabry. They set a pick. Takes the three. Mack grabs the miss. And so here's Phoenix. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Copper outside. For the lead. Sinks the triple.
It took her a long time to get that first three-pointer. Can she get it going?
Outside Mabry. And she banks in the layup. Here's Uzan. 5 points in the game. Lets it go from deep. Got it off in time, but it's no good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Sun ahead. They're up by 1. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Here's Allen. Pass to Nigwe. Now here's Sheldon. Now Allen. Foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
First team foul. At the line for your Connecticut Sun, Lindsay Allen. 2 shots.
And she knocks down the first one. That one is no good.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this trip.
Here's Osborne. She's covered by Allen. To the inside. Thomas. Pass to Mack. Billings. Six on the shot clock. From deep, Satu Sabali. The Sun pull it in.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
She hasn't really done much on the offensive end, but she has worked within the team to help them get the lead.
Pass to Billings. Here's Osborne. Down low. Here's Sabali. And she uses the glass on the layup.
A mix of finesse and length gets Sabali the inside shot. Such a skillful player.
Outside to Shields. And here's Sheldon. The 3 is up. It's good. The assist that time from Diamond to Shields.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here because they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before.
As long as you're getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
Now here's Thomas. Outside Sabali. Thomas right side. Pass Pass to Osborne. Sabali. Billings, defended by Sheldon. And it's Osborne missing. And just a tiny lead for them.
A chance to make it a little bigger right here, though.
Now Inigwe. Now here's Allen. Here's Endorfall. The three. That shot off the mark. Here's Thomas. Pass to Sabali. Here's Osborne. Defended by Sheldon. Tries a three. Rebounded by the Sun. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Allen with it. Sabali's there. Allen's shot is off.
Just stay closer. I mean, really, that's all the defender had to do there.
Pass to Sabali. Billings. And here's Thomas. The 10-footer. That misses off the backboard.
Didn't come away with points, but they'd be happy if every possession ended with that shot.
Left side, Sheldon. Pass to Inigwe. Allen with it. Oops, there's the 24-second violation, so they'll turn it over.
Oh, no. See, those are the kind of errors that can make or break you in a game like this, and it'll drive your coach crazy.
And the Mercury call time here. Here's Thomas. The floater buries it, and that shot brings them within just one.
A competitive, passionate player. Thomas fires her team up and keeps them ready for big moments. I love that about her.
It's Burton. Five to shoot, and there's the pick. Connects from downtown.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Timeout called the Mercury. Whitcomb drills it from outside.
Serious guts from Whitcomb, rising to the occasion.
Mabry with it. And they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them from this point forward. Milk the clock.
Now here's Mabry. And the 3 off targets. And the Mercury call time here.
No need to rush this. Still plenty of time for them to get off a good shot.
You nailed it, Tim. And I'd say that whatever their favorite play is, now's the time to run it.
Yeah, Brian. Just run the play your team's most comfortable with coming back.
Opportunity here.
A chance to take the lead, huge right here.
Here's Uzan. Pass to Thomas. No good. And they commit the intentional foul, and we'll see another one of those so that they can get into the penalty.
You know, they had to foul to stop that clock. That's really the enemy in this situation.
Yeah, and who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range.
Maybe knock down a 3 or 2. Who knows?
And the Sun call time here. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. From the Connecticut Sun, Veronica Burton. 2 shots.
She drops the first one, and that will put them up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt here.
So it's a narrow victory for the Sun, but pulling it out for the W. That was a fun night of basketball and a fabulous finish as they waited until the very last moment to finally seal it.
And so many times we see these tight games won at home. That advantage, I think, played a factor here.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.